place in Leo energy, and of course it's taking place at 5:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. There is a astro forecast to accompany this event. If you want to take a listen, of course there's a moon guide to download as well if you're interested in doing the shadow work. And of course you can take a listen to your zodiac forecast for the month of August and figure out where this is affecting your life, where it is that it's going to manifest in your life. And of course you can do that by subscribing to one of my membership tiers. So of course in the moon guide you are going to find all of the different aspects that are taking place under the peak energy of the direct hit of the sun and the moon aligning, which of course is going to give us our new moon in Leo energy. But outside of that, there is a whole day of revolving aspects that of course is going to help fine tune, really refine the particular potency of this new moon in Leo. So there are 9 different aspects here today. 7 of them are going to involve the moon. And just a reminder, we have this new moon reaching its peak at 5:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then the moon goes void, of course. And we sit in that void pretty much all day until we lock into Virgo energy at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is close to 12 hours of the moon being void. So we are going to have this peak energy, this ignition, if you will, the spark, the fire, this flame that gets ignited with the new moon in Leo. And then we sit in it, and then we dabble and we start processing. And when the moon is void, things are a little bit shaky and unstable and a little bit uncertain. And of course, with all of the things coming at us, all of the downloads, all the revelations, all the epiphanies, the unexpected events, the wild card energies coming at us under this new moon influence, it should prove to be a very interesting day, especially in our inner realm, kind of processing what it is that we're moving away from, what it is that we are desiring to now move closer to. There should be a lot of revelations, but let me just say that the energy is going to be wackadoodle, and you're really going to have to pace yourself because you're likely going to go on a roller coaster ride, experiencing the highs, the lows, the everything in between. The good news is that when we lock into the Virgo energy, we're going to be a little bit more grounded, a little bit more rooted, a little bit more logical and practical with some of the ideas, emotions, thoughts, visions that come into our, I'm going to say, awareness with the new moon energy. And of course, when we move into Virgo energy, we are looking to create order where there's been chaos. And Lord knows there's been enough chaos. With the Virgo energy, we are looking to really fine tune our thoughts, our ideas, our emotions, and we are going to fix and solve and resolve some of the issues that are definitely going to be right in our face for attention, for acknowledgement with this new moon energy. So we are in for quite a day. We kick things off with the moon in this Leo energy, making a very positive interaction with Neptune. Neptune, of course, is retrograde in its place of power in this Pisces energy, really affecting our soul contracts, our dreams, our visions, our inspirations, our ideas, our ability to heal, to change, to transform according to where it is that we are feeling like we've outgrown certain aspects and where it is that we're being called to pursue new particular storylines and soul contracts. So having this little interaction is going to be great because we are going to kind of get a window of opportunity to really be triggered and activated, inspired, motivated, determined to really kind of follow this brand new path. We are rising in our boldness and our bravery and our courage to that peak new moon energy from Leo the Lion energy. And we are definitely percolating, being heart-centered in what it is that we're being called to pursue. The moon is then going to interact with Mars, the god of war, who rules over our physical energy, our drive, our passion, our desires, even our anger. Mars is in this Virgo energy, really looking to take action and make moves on fixing, healing, changing, transforming any of our physical realm elements that are preventing us from making the kind of progress, the kind of growth that we are absolutely looking for. So having the moon interact with Mars in this way is definitely going to unleash a different attitude, a warrior type of spirit, in order for us to align with a path, a vision, a dream, a goal, and really stop at nothing in order for us to actually reach these particular goalposts that we're currently setting for ourselves. Now, granted, we're not taking action anytime soon. We're in the dark phase of the moon. There is no action to be taken. We are just sitting back. We're acting as the observer. We're recognizing what is asking for our attention, what's asking to be removed, what's asking to be initiated. But nonetheless, the attitude is where it all starts. And Mars is definitely bringing that attitude in order for us to get tunnel vision, very focused on what it is that we have to disassemble, deconstruct, really cut the cord off, if you will, in order for us to have the space, the time, the energy, the attention to start building something new. The moon is going to square off with Uranus. This is one of the major aspects that we talked about in the moon guide, mostly because, of course, Uranus being the great awakener, he brings an element of expecting the unexpected. Now, let me just say this. Uranus kind of brings a lightning bolt into our highest mind, our highest form of intellect. Now, we can see this manifest in many different ways. For some of us, we will have an epiphany, an aha moment, something click in our brains, a light bulb go off that just makes us see things from a different set of eyes, and once you know, you can't unknow. It could happen like that, or it could happen in an emotional revelation. Suddenly, the weight is lifted. Suddenly, there's a breakthrough of some kind. Or it could actually manifest in your physical realm. Wild card energies, disruptions to your day, delays to your day, unexpected events, really seeing where things are coming at you, where things don't feel safe, secure, and stable, and where that is all an indicator on what needs to change. So Uranus is definitely going to spice things up in ways that may not feel very comfortable, but are absolutely needed in order for us to kind of use this new moon Leo as the pivot point of change that it essentially is meant to be. 5:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have the moon in Leo coming up to, sitting next to, conjuncting the sun in Leo, which of course gives us our new moon. If you've downloaded the moon guide, which I hope you did, because that means that you are doing the work in order to align your energies with the energies that are currently presenting to help us out of the funk in which we've been in and really get heart aligned and inspired and excited to kind of move forward on a different path, a different direction, if you will. But in that moon guide, you will know that Venus, who just got rebirth, just got reborn, just got resurrected on the 13th with her conjunction with the sun, she is sitting very close to both the sun and the moon. There is this trio of energy really pushing for us to kind of start fresh, start over with an emotional cycle, being true to ourselves, being real and raw and authentic to who it is that we actually are, not continuing to be who it is that we've created in order to kind of, slip under the radar of life. So it is very important to kind of understand the dynamics at play. And of course, you can find the highs, the lows, the everything in between in that moon guide. So shortly thereafter, and just consider the fact that we have this peak potent energy at 5:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the moon goes void immediately. So Mars trines Uranus, and this is definitely going to add to the energy that is building of this wild card energy shift that Uranus already kind of kicked off prior to the new moon reaching its peak. What we're getting here is definitely a change in attitude, a change in mood, a change in our warrior type spirit, our ability to kind of take things on that we weren't confident enough to take on before. We're rising to the occasion, if you will. We're busting out, we're breaking through, we're really trying to see where it is that this pivot point is offering us an opportunity to break free of the old and to really kind of gently push us, if you will, into this foreign territory, this brand new territory that, for many people is going to feel very uncomfortable because, of course, change is never fun. However, it's 100% needed at this time. And this particular dynamic is definitely going to trigger and activate a newfound strength that we're going to need in order to rise to the occasion, really step up to the plate of new roles, new responsibilities, new soul contracts, and new timelines. The moon, while still void, is going to trine the North Node in Aries energy. We talked about this in the moon guide as well. This particular interaction is definitely helping us to piece together the action plan needed, the strategy, the calculated moves, if you will, that are needed in order to progress ourselves moving forward. This does speak that there's been a little bit of growth, a little bit of improvement and progress, especially in our inner realms, to understand where it is that we've been avoiding certain roles and responsibilities, certain glow ups, certain levels up, and where it is that we really need to kind of get our shit together, get our ducks in a row, and stop running away from some of the things that we know we have to kind of boss up to. So this is an indication that we are piecing things together. We are building the, let's say, appropriate energy levels within us, confidence levels, optimistic type of perspectives, in order for us to orient ourselves to this new path, this new destination, this new goal, this new dream, this new vision. The moon is then going to interact with Neptune, again, who's retrograde in this Pisces energy, giving us a little bit of a time to reflect, a little bit of a time to see where it is that some choices, some decisions, some paths, some directions are kind of unfolding to us now, where we're percolating on some ideas, where I'm going to say the dualistic and polarized nature of the two paths that we kind of have before us, where it is that they differ greatly, and where it is that one kind of continues to keep us in our comfort zones, playing it small, playing it safe, and the other one kicks us out of our comfort zones altogether, really requires us to boss up and be a different version of ourselves if we plan on actually manifesting some of the different elements that we're actually looking to manifest. Mercury, ruler of the mental plane, ruler of information, communication, and how it is that we express ourselves, who is in his place of power in this Virgo energy, is going to interact with Chiron, the wounded healer, who is retrograde in this Aries energy. This is going to illuminate where it is that we've been in a looping pattern, especially in our thought process, that isn't really being encouraging and supportive of us moving forward. Now, here's the thing. The Mercury energy in Virgo is very critical, very judgmental, especially when it comes to oneself. We have to kind of put the blinders on, focus in on the smaller details of what's going on in our mental plane in order to understand whether or not we're actually building ourselves up or breaking ourselves down. And of course, Chiron is here, the wounded healer. This isn't the most positive interaction that they could have. So there is a little bit of a tendency to illuminate the wounds more than we are illuminating how to heal them. Of course, the Virgo energy needs to identify the problems in order for us to fix them. And this is a great instance on where our mental narrative is going to kind of get away from us, where it is that we're going to spiral a little bit, really illuminate our fears, our doubts, our insecurities. Now pay attention to where it is that you lose confidence, you lose self-esteem, where you kind of lose yourself in this not so nice narrative, because that is going to illuminate where it is that you are feeling the most real, raw, and vulnerable, where it is that you're not feeling safe, secure, and supported, and therefore you can identify that as the problem and therefore make effort and extra, let's say, I'm going to say time, because this is what we're sitting in right now, make extra time to analyze where these particular thought patterns came from, where it is that the primary root cause of the way that you speak to yourself, where that actually stems from. Because once you recognize its primary root cause, you can flip the script whenever it is that you want to flip the script. And this is absolutely a time where we need to be flipping the script. So the moon, still void of course, still in this Leo energy, is going to make an interaction with Pluto, the great transformer himself, who is retrograde in this Capricorn energy. This is going to be the last aspect of the day. What we know to be true is that an interaction with Pluto means that there's going to be a little bit of a shake up and a wake up in our inner realm. Why is that? Well, because we have to sit in the pain and the trauma and the funk. We have to kind of stew within our own negative narratives in order for us to see where it is that we got to boss up, where we got to take control back, where we got to take our power back, where we have the ability to flip the script, where we have the ability to kind of knock over that first domino in our psyche that will eventually change and transform not only the way that we think, but the way that we feel. That is the most important thing. But because, again, the moon is void, we're not really going to be too certain on the energies, on the emotions that we kind of end up on. And as I previously mentioned, we will lock into that Virgo energy at 7:15 p.m. There is no interactions after this particular interaction with the moon still being in Leo energy, interacting with Pluto. But just know that you're definitely going to feel around early evening the shift as we enter into an earth energy. And of course, the next couple of days, we're definitely going to be doing a deep dive in our inner realm of thoughts and emotions in order to kind of identify the issues and really come up with some beautiful solutions.